Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be discussing ammonia versus ammonia free color. Everybody's interested in being healthy. Your scalp is your skin. So let's dive in and figure out what are the differences between ammonia free color. Why are people concerned about it? Is it natural? Stay tuned. The purpose of ammonia in hair color is to open up the cuticle layer of the hair and allow the color molecules to penetrate through the hair. It also serves as an activator. Now, our developers that we've talked about in our other videos have peroxide in it, which is like mostly oxygen to force color to form in the hair. And what the ammonia does is it activates the peroxide in the color developer and help the color to form in the hair. Ammonia allows the hair follicles to swell, and where the follicles swell allows for deeper penetration and absorption of the hair dye. And so when you use ammoniated color, you expect to get a little bit more deeper penetration of the color and more longer lasting results. And also, when you think about it, if you want to push the hair color or make somebody's hair a little bit lighter, ammonia color, depending if the person is virgin, has never had color in the hair, ammonia can lift the hair 3 to 4 levels and push the hair up and increase the lightness of the hair, as opposed to a little bit more gentler colors, which can't necessarily do that. So what the problem really is people are oversaturating and over depositing color on hair which has already been colored over and over again, and then keep putting ammonia and deposit ammonia colors on hair that's already been colored. Of course it's going to get damaged, right? Now, ammonia is bad for you? Not necessarily. You just got to be able to use it wisely and for the purposes that it was made for. And so it will make sense that if you wanted to refreshen your color, you will use colors that are a little bit more gentler on your hair, as opposed to keep raising up the pH of the hair. Now, what ammonia does is it raises up your pH of the pH level of your hair to about 10 to 11. Now, the natural state of healthy hair should be between 4.5 to 5.5. And so if you keep depositing color that has really high pH on it, what do you think is going to happen? The hair is going to be damaged, it's going to lose its moisture, and it's just going to feel the same. It's going to feel brittle. So in terms of using ammonia versus ammonia free color, we can just go we can go to that, but at the same time you just got to know when and how to use ammonia color on your clients. The two color lines that I use the most is Paul Mitchell the Color and Wrecking Color Fusion. I know these color lines have ammonia in it, and I'm going to show you the ingredient list of each color. For Paul Mitchell the Color, this is the ingredient list, starting from water, alcohol, and all these things going in. And then I think the fourth ingredient, 1, 2, 3, 4, is ammonia hydroxide. So it's very high in the list. And as you guys know, the higher the ingredient list is on the container, it's very concentrated of the product. So the very last product might not be as significant as the first 3 to 4 products that makes up an ingredient list in a product. So yeah, obviously you see that there's ammonia hydroxide in this Paul Mitchell the Color. This is the ingredient list for the Wrecking product, and as you can see, ammonia hydroxide is very high in the list. Very similar products, ingredients to what's in the other color line, the Paul Mitchell Color. So this is the Wrecking Color, and as you can see, the ammonium hydroxide is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the ingredient list. Yes, so it's very high in the list. I'm showing you the colors that I use mostly that has ammonia in it. And realistically, in the salon world, you're supposed to be doing a patch test. Now, patch test, according to these color lines, in the instructions, it tells you to do a 48-hour patch test to ensure that the person that you're about to put this color on there is allergic to the color or not. Some people are allergic to ammonia in coloring, which is fine, but you would never know if you did a patch test. Now, these patch tests, you're supposed to apply these ammoniated color mixed with the developer on the skin for a maximum of 48 hours to determine if the person is going to have a reaction. We don't necessarily do this in a salon. People just come in there and then we just do our consultations and then we figure out which color we want to use, right? But then it's important, especially if you're doing color from your house. If you have a lot of allergies and you're just not sure if your skin or your hair, your scalp would be irritated by using color that has ammonia in it, it's important that you do a patch test. So I'm going to demonstrate a patch test to you today and help you figure this out next time you're coloring your hair from home. And so you don't make the mistakes of just getting a reaction when you don't necessarily have to. You can just test it on your skin first before you move forward with applying color on your hair. So for my patch test, I'm going to use this 2N Homemade color. I have it in this container over here. And I'm just going to use a little bit of the developer. This is 30 developer. I don't need a whole lot, just a little bit of color. I'm just going to drop it in here like that. And I'm going to mix it up. See that? Mix it in up. Just a little bit of the color, right? Mix it up. And usually you're supposed to like, I'm going to wipe. I have this tissue here. I'm going to wipe behind my ear. Some people do it on their elbow, but usually they want you to do a patch that's really close to your hairline so we can see or tell if there's a reaction on there. So as I continue to mix the color like that, just a little bit, see that? And I'm going to put it like behind my ear like that. Right. Now you can put it on there just a little bit, and you're supposed to kind of let it sit on behind your ear for about 48 hours so you can figure out if anything is going to happen. So if there's a rash or irritation, redness, or just a stinging, your skin is stinging or something like that, there's no point in putting this on your scalp because you're just going to end up having to wash out the color because it just doesn't feel right. So we're going to move on to ammonia-free color because that's what a lot of people are mostly interested in. What's in it? What does it do? Is it natural? Let's see. Guys, so let's just be truthful here, right? These ammonia-free dyes are not natural. You heard me? They are not natural, as the manufacturers have led all your buyers to believe. Now I'm a hairstylist. I use ammonia colors. I use ammonia-free colors. I'm just going to tell you the real. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty. So really, they're not necessarily natural. The non-ammonia dyes catalysts increase the pH the same way the pH levels are increased with ammonia dyes. And they don't necessarily have the strong scent or smell like ammonia colors do, because ammonia molecules are a little bit more smaller and they evaporate really quickly. People who are sensitive to hair color dyes are always like, I hate the smell of ammonia colors. Now these have more larger molecules and they're a little bit claimed more to be a little bit more gentler, and these large molecules do not evaporate as quickly as ammonia colors, and so they don't have the strong smell, and it smells the strong smell. Oh, I can't talk. And it's a little bit more pleasant to smell. But the chemicals in there act just the same way as ammonia does. It allows the cuticle level to open up so the color can push through. The two mostly talked about ammonia-free dyes are Inoa from L'Oreal Professional. L'Oreal Professional? Yes, the big company, L'Oreal Professional. They make Inoa. Salons like Bubbles. I think Bubbles and some other salons use Inoa hair color, ammonia-free color, and then most Reckitt-based salon, like the salon that I work at, we use Chromatics. And so those are the two that I am mostly aware of. A lot of other color lines also have ammonia-free products, because definitely there's some people who are allergic to these products, and we need to be sensitive to them. And so manufacturers are trying to make products to suit everybody, so that if you are sensitive to it, if you're allergic to it, you should be able to use them. Now, once again, disclaimer, once again. If a hair dye is ammonia free, it is not the same as natural or organic dye.
Let's repeat that. If a hair dye is ammonia free, it is not the same as natural or organic hair dye.
I have listed over here ingredients that I use to replace ammonia in ammonia free color. And as you can see, Inoa and both Revkin Chromatics both have ethylonamine in it. While MEA and ethylonamine are odorless and not as corrosive as ammonia, the pH of the hair is still raised to an extraordinary high level, just like ammonia, 10 or 11. So what is really the difference? So what most of these brands have done is they have removed the ammonia and have replaced it with something else, but they have neglected the most important part of hair health, which is a balanced pH. So what can these brands do to ensure that the pH of the hair is kept intact? The simple answer is they use heat to open up the cuticle. So some color lines that have ammonia free color might tell you don't have the person sit underneath the dryer so that the hair will lighten up a little bit more. There's going to be a little bit more coverage, because sometimes these ammonia free colors do not have as much coverage. You might have to super saturate the hair to be able to get the hair to completely cover. Now, even for chromatics that I use at the salon that I work at, they tell us to super saturate the hair. So if you will be taking like maybe a quarter of an inch when you are applying a color that will have ammonia in it, if you use an ammonia free color, you're using like even less amount of hair, and make sure that you oversaturate so that the hair is completely covered. Because if you don't oversaturate, it was not gonna cover, and the person's hair will just not cover, especially when you're covering gray. So some ammonia free color lines ask you to put the client under the heat, put it in a heating cap or even in a dryer. So if a professional ammonia free color line doesn't use doesn't use up the heat to open up the cuticle like it needs to be open for the color to penetrate, then of course you're going to be using this MEA or ethanolamine, and they are the same percentages as ammonia, and they are also weakening the hair just like ammonia would weaken the hair. So really, eventually, the integrity of the hair is not the same if you use ammonia free or not ammonia free color. The aim of the color lines is to minimize the use of ethanolamine and MEA, not just swapping ammonia and also like the whole odorless free thing, because realistically they are pretty much the same thing. They are pretty much pushing the color in the hair. So it's not necessarily natural organic like they have made us all to believe. What is the source of ethanolamine and MEA? Most of ammonia-free color lines use the synthetic source of ethanolamine produced by the reaction of ethylene oxide with ammonia in the lab. However, there's a more natural source of ethanolamine derived from fatty acids in coconut called cocoa-made MEA. The natural emollient present in this form of MEA makes this option a little bit more desirable in hair color. Cocoa-made MEA hair color. Why don't all color companies use cocoa-made MEA, right? This answer is very simple. The extraction method is more costly than cooking up some synthetic MEA in the lab. So, next time that you're picking up hair color and it has ammonia in it or it's ammonia free, you got to think about it. Maybe they're all the same. Thank you for watching. Comment below and let me know what you think about this whole ammonia free color movement. If you have always thought it was natural, it was more gentle on your hair,